Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I forgot to turn on my microphone. Yeah, whatever. I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah. Honestly, I just had a thought as I was about to start it. The intro goes hard, dude. And I think Outsider pointed it out in the chat. He's not wrong. Every time I hear the it's just I just start okay, what I actually do when the intro goes off. I'm gonna do my intro once they actually get in. But I always take a sip of whatever drink I'm going into, and just go at it. And I don't do it at during the monologue where I talk about stuff. No, I do it right when they're just gotta do it when the just exactly. Oh, it is. I think I did, and the intro part that I actually recorded myself. I'm trying to remember how I did that. I try to make it as crisp as I could, and various radio sounding. I wonder why it sounds radio sounding. Could it be the fact that I've done radio work? For this show was a radio show? Oh my god. Oh my god. Because when you do a radio show, I definitely felt like I got into a script. Speaking of getting into a script, I hope y'all are doing good. You were listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing good. So today, wait, if you want to watch these live, you can go into twitch.tv/Melted Original. All one word, capitalize the M in Melted, the L in Lurk, and the O in Original. If you somehow mess that up, Godspeed. Also, no spaces. If you somehow mess that up. And if you want to watch the VODs of these or any other stuff on it, you can go to my YouTube. I post stuff there, and I try and do stuff on TikTok as well. Hopefully, I think I'm going to get closer to uploading this on other platforms. And when it's a dead joke at this point that I've already said I am going to get it onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm getting closer. And the reason why is my supervisor, my former boss / supervisor, whatever, he has his own podcast that you can listen to called The Adventures of Good Robot. And it's on, I know it's on Spotify. I don't know if it's on Apple Podcasts. I think it is, obviously. But he went through a system to upload it onto that sort of thing. And what that show is about, and you should go listen to, if you're a fan of Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, those kinds of shows where it's they have a canon and it's kind of it's stupid, but it's also funny, but it's got some heart to it. It's good. It's based off of old a cartoon idea that he had about this evil scientist tries to make a very indestructible sentient robot or some BS, and instead of creating an evil robot, he makes a good robot that is basically a superhero, and it's funny. There's one episode where it's the main villain is a beekeeper, and he forgets that that he's a robot and he can't be stung by bees. So like at the end of the episode, he just beats the shit out of the bad guy, and it's funny. Uh, but yeah, he's got like 5 episodes out, but like I think now that he's out, he's at a new job, but now that he's out doing his new thing, uh, I think there's gonna be more stuff. And hopefully, because like it's for what it is, for like as much time as he hadn't after this week, I understand why. uh, um, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Um, but yeah, looking into the chat, and Outsider's like, oh yeah, my dad was a radio DJ. My dad too. And he annoyed the shit out of me whenever he listened to my radio show. It's like, I get it. I totally get it, but it's my own thing. I used to stumble a lot, and I think when I do edit the podcast itself and the anniversary that I actually start doing it, I feel like I am going to actually like take out a lot of it and kind of trim it down. And the thought process I have is there's going to be a lot of trimming, like a lot of cutting, because there's music, obviously. I think if I were to have like I don't want to say like a Patreon, but like something like that, so like people can listen to the whole thing as it happened. I could probably just upload it like that, or just like clean it up, because I think I'll probably clean it up so like, oh, you're not listening to what the temperature was, because that was a huge part of when I was talking. It's like I had to do it. Technically, I don't think I really had to do it every 15 minutes or whatever, but I always tried to do it because I didn't want to get screwed over and be like, oh, you didn't do it. Grr. But yeah, although some points there are jokes that I make in reference off of whatever happened, or the weather events or something like that. I think I do. There, here and there. But getting over the ahs and things like that takes time. And streaming definitely I said that. I said but streaming and doing stuff like that definitely help with getting that clarity. And doing a one person show sucks, because it's that idea of having to do like speech. I'm literally talking to a wall. Yeah, I might be talking to someone that's, texting me or whatever, voice or whatnot, but I'm basically talking to a wall right now. While talking to a monitor, but behind that's a wall. You get the idea. Shit like that. Oh, thank God I got my Duolingo done. I got scared for a minute. I remember to get it. My Duolingo streak is so intense. Outsider, do more interview. Yeah, get on here. Get in here. Not this episode, because I don't want to have to set it up. Maybe next one. But yeah, I want to get guests onto here. I have 2 people that I have in mind for sure. That I want to do, but setting it up is going to be the hard part. I mean, I could obviously, Outsider is going to be the one that it's going to be one. The other one is another buddy of mine, or another streamer friend of mine, Tart Tizzle. I gotta get on his ass to get on, because he's fun. Bald boy, and it's like I think that would probably be a special, like interviews and stuff like that. That'll probably be special episodes, like, oh, if this day works, But typically it would be like whatever Thursday technically, but there would be obviously time that needs to be set up. But the stipulation, as the show goes, it's always at midnight when it happens, and I stick by that. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts about it. And when I mean midnight my time, or technically Central Time. I keep talking about that. I keep debating about it, because if I ever did like have to go into a different time zone, like if I went into the East Coast, would I do it at 1 a.m.? Because technically, yeah. But would I really want to be doing podcasts, but at 1 a.m.? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Acoustic Cafe. If you ever heard of it, it's a really good radio music show. We get around. Here. We have great music interviews. Dependent. Oh, I think I feel like I've heard of something similar to it that Gradients has been on. I know they have a thing on like YouTube, but it's not on my main YouTube account. I can't remember what it's called. That's with like a local radio station. I should get the boys on here. I should get some of the boys on here. They do fun. They'd be fun to get on the show for sure, for sure. One thing I do want to talk about and going back to like like my boss's like podcast, which is like based like if like Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, like that vein of cartoons like in the late 90s that were like goofy but also like it's like hero base stuff like that. Talking about animation, let's talk about animation because like I forgot to talk about it last week, but I wanted to talk about it. The Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, what a great film. Obviously, I think they like released a new version of it because the intro, like basically up until like I think the beginning title sequence or something to that effect, is very freaking quiet. Like you can barely hear the voice lines. It's so bad. Like I thought it was like a theater issue, but then when it got later in the film, I'm like, wait, that the beginning just was quiet. And then I thought about it even when it was happening, because I went to a Marcus, because hell yeah. People like to gag. I don't get like who where are the haters for the man, Daddy Marcus? Where are the haters? And the haters are people that don't go to Marcus theaters. I mean, I get it, Nicole Kidman or whatever, for AMC, like national anthem of movies, of movie theaters, the national anthem of movie theaters. Of course, we come to AMC, but the creativeness and all the stuff that he does, Daddy Marcus is the king of movie intro stuff. The king. Regal, get the fuck out of here. AMC, you could sit back, relax, and watch this boy cook. Every single one is fire, dude. The most recent one though, he's like, oh, people are like, oh, you're that funny guy that makes the bad intros. Like, I don't get, like, what? Who's been saying this? Who's been saying this? To tell him to turn off your phones? And I think he's correct, technically. But, and the point that he says is like, I don't tell people to turn off their phones, but, duh. But then by acknowledging that he doesn't say it, he does say it. He says silence your phones. So technically, because like that was the one from like I think the past one, the one before this one, or something like that. And yeah. I'm getting like texts from work and stuff from like a group chat, and it's like, oh yeah, we can't let you into a place because we're not there. But whatever. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. Into is the first one. This one is Across. So I'm gonna put this on. I keep just getting. So Across the Spider-Verse is I like it. It's a great movie, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like because TikTok or whatever, but like I saw spoilers for the movie way before the movie came, like at least a couple days before the movie came out. I like not even trying to look for them, not even. And like I didn't like pay attention or like have close eyes on them, but like I saw spoilers like and I'm not going to talk about them because I just don't want to. And some of them are kind of big. I mean, yeah, but like without context, I think without context, it's just kind of like a nothing burger. But I saw some stuff that like probably is very spoilery. But it's weird that like the movie like was only out for the weekend, and people are already like, oh, here's a big scene that's already like big scene that's super big and it's very spoilery. It's like, can you guys give it like at least till a week? Give it a week till you start doing that shit. And I honestly like I'm like kind of confused, impressed, but also like sad in that like people are like getting footage and making like very good like clips and memes of the movie. It's in a way very good, but also uh very bad and very concerning. Like, how are you doing this? Because it's not legal. It's probably not legal. How you're getting some of this footage to make this meme? Probably not. Just gonna say. Just gonna say that. Uh, but also another thing that I'm not to get political or anything, but like everyone just like all of a sudden coming together and saying like, I think the big one is saying that Spider-Man 2099 or why am I forgetting his name? I should know it. I should know it. I should know it. Miguel uh Miguel O'Hara, there it is like racist, which that's not true. I don't know where they're getting this from. Just because Miles is black? Like, you guys understand, like, there's a lot of other Spider people here. I can't get into it. I can't get into it because that would be spoilery. Like, there's a reason why he's not, like, Miles isn't there. Like, there's a reason. And it's not because of the color of his skin. And it's not because of his. I don't know. I don't know what it would technically be, but it's not like any. I don't get why people are doing it. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, y'all need to just go to bed. I need to go to bed. Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, yeah. It's, but honest, I like. It's very like very eye popping, and I think they definitely really outdid themselves in this one. Like the visuals are very good. I think Spider Gwen's homeworld, and she's a kind of a big focus in this one, that I will say, but the stuff that you see from her universe, or just from her point of perspective or whatever. Oh man, that is so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Like I'll like I'm not gonna spoil or anything, but oh man, it's just so awesome. It's like water paints, but then it changes color to mood. It's just so awesome. Like the amount of love and passion and time that went into that film is just like amazing. And like people are also praising like the Lego scene, which I mean it's short because stop motion takes a shit long time to do. It was done by a 14-year-old, which kudos to him. Like goddamn. Goddamn, that's impressive. Very impressive for a kid to be making what he did. Like I am that's impressive. That is very cool. Uh what but they also have like I will say they also have like some live action stuff or like integration, but that's all I will say. I'm not gonna say like, ooh, Tom Holland's in it, ooh, Tobey Maguire's in it, ooh, Andrew Garfield's in it. I'm not gonna say that outright. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny, but I'm not gonna say that outright. Although I kind of did, but I also didn't. I just kind of did I don't tell you to silence your phones, but you just did. Hmm. Hmm. Full circle with Daddy Market. Yeah. Going full circle. Yeah, well, I've speaking like continue on the movie stuff. Like, oh wait, yeah, The Flash is like out today. Oh shit, or gonna be out today, technically. Um, I might go see it. I've heard that like apparently it's very good. Like a lot of the stuff that people were saying about the movie is like it's good? Question mark, which kind of seems suspicious, but also like I don't know what to believe anymore, especially like with the movie critics and stuff like that. Especially in recent films, like I'm like, oh my god, like I don't know, I don't know if it's good or bad. I have like an inch. Oi, what? Oi, gamer boy. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Where the hell did this guy from? So what was I talking about? I don't know if I want to see the Flash because like Urza Miller and all that stuff, but there's a lot of apparently it's very good, which is I mean I'll take that with a grain of salt because like I don't know, and plus like with how critics have been recently with a lot of films, I don't know what the hell to believe. I really do not believe. I don't want to believe in any of that because it just does not. It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel good. Because like, what movie? What like? There's just been a lot of like, oh, they like, like I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been the Mario movie. Like they bombed it really bad, but like people really liked the movie. Like fun movie, very fun movie. Um, but like I think critic score was like a 55 or 65, something like that. While like the viewer was like at 85, I want to say, at least. Like that incredible jump. And I mean, there has been inverse situations where the critics gave stuff very high reviews and people and the viewers gave it like the opposite. But I feel like, especially recently, it's shown its ugly head that like, yeah, this system is not good. And I don't really like there isn't a good metric to go off of. I think in that regard. Um, but like if I feel like you know it's a it's a good baseline, but I wouldn't go completely off it because there are definitely a lot of bad or like good movies that are deemed bad. Um, like one that I really like that I feel like it gets a lot of hate, ironically, but like deep down people really love it is Austin Powers Goldmember. Like I've seen that more than the other two combined, like hands down. I can almost like I can almost verbatim some scenes. It's funny as hell. I love it. And some of the like what was it? I think there's like a scene in like the opening act where the opening like song where I don't know if it was like the director or someone in that like writer, higher up important in the film, the making of the film. While like there's like a zoom out from like and Austin's like doing this in the bottom left corner there's a guy juggling dogs. Of course the dogs are fake, but like I can't remember what the stipulation or reason why, but there's just a guy juggling dogs. It's really funny, fucked up. Oh, Like go watch, like don't leave now, but do look it up. Do look it up. It's incredibly funny. Um I mean the movie really does show its age, but like that movie, I swear I've seen that like at least 20 times, at least 20, 30 times, unironically. I wish I was kidding. I have seen Austin Powers Goldmember about 20 to 30 times. Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounds right. I think that sounds right. What's another one? I think I another Mike Myers one I think I quote quite a bit is Love Guru. And I think a lot of people, I don't know if the ball gazer thing came, the ball gazer didn't really come from it, where you do like an okay thing and upside down kind of near the nuts, and this doesn't count. But do something like that. Uh, I think that I've gained the heard about it from that, but I feel like that thing has been known, before. But that's like I think where I really heard about it and where it gained a lot of popularity, or afterwards I've seen after, you know, a lot of that after the fact. And also the joke, if you if your Uncle Jack helps you off an elephant, will you help your Uncle Jack off an elephant? Would you? Would you help your would you help your Uncle Jack off an elephant? Why? No, 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 not like that. No, 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 no. It's your Uncle Jack, not Uncle Jack off. No. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Like that's a good one. Um, trying to think of another bad movie that I really liked though. I think those are the. I think Goldmember is just the first one that really does come to mind. That it's a bad movie, but like, god damn, do I love that movie more than the first two, more than the first two. And there's always been a fourth one in speculation, but especially since I can't remember what the actor's name is, but the actor for Mini Me passed away like in 2016, 17, like a couple years back. Um, I think it's been really hard to, it basically made that movie kind of go into like in on ice, because that thing ain't gonna happen probably. I know Mike Myers has talked about it, but I don't think he is planning to do it at this point, given that, you know, a big player passed away. Although you can make it work, but you know, having not having Mini Me there, yeah, yeah, it's just like I don't know if you can do it, especially in this day and age. Maybe like 10 years ago, but I don't know. I don't know. Uh, you know what? I should probably transition over to some magic stuff. I don't really have any like thing to like show off, like any magic stuff to show off, but I have been working on some decks. So let me actually show some of them because they are on I have like a little, I've been trying to document some of my uh, decks recently, and I want to get to, yeah, let me show some of them. Uh, I think which one? I think the first one they really added on here was Baby's First Dragon deck, which is my Dragon Tribal deck, which I think I have talked about on the. I know I have talked about it before, and then a couple of the, what else is finished? Goblin Mode. That one's funny. Cranko. It's just basically try to get a shit ton of goblins out really, 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 really fast. And it goes fast. Once it goes, it goes. I think this is my best deck, in my opinion. Land combo, like a lot of land triggers, and I think the main tagline on it is like a it was a pre-con, but I like basically substituted quite a few of them, but basically taking it to 11, and then it really makes you think, a 50-cent card, why is it so cheap? So a lot of the main like a big combo that comes from it is Amaria Shepherd. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, it's not that one. I have to look for it. Hold on, let me move it over so I can actually look. I know it's a white creature. Okay, I think it's Trove Warden. No, it's not that one. I should probably figure out what the combo is. I forget. I forgot. Or what the one that makes it go off. Oh, okay. Admonition Angel. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may exile target non-land permanent other than it. So have that. So what you do, and the main card that makes this happen, is you have Realm Raiser. When it enters the battlefield, remove all lands from the game. So you play him, you play Realm Raiser, and then you play one land. You play just play a land, and then have that have admonition whatever angel trigger. So it would exile the Realm Raiser, and since Realm Raiser's gone, all the lands that were exiled come back onto the battlefield, so you get a shitload of landfall triggers, and it combos off really well. I almost won a game solely because of that. It was so good. I almost I took out a guy that I almost took out a guy that was going like that was almost unbeatable because he had like vigor and a bunch of other stuff that was like made it impossible to even touch him. But then he killed me immediately, but then he died the next turn because he left himself open because it was funny. What's another one? Oops All Elves, similar to Goblin Mode, but with elves. Thronotron 9000. This one is the idea of this is to get a bunch of enchantments and stuff to buff up Thrun, and Thrun itself, just to buff him up. He's basically indestructible on your turn, but he's also hexproof against non-green spells that your opponents control. So it's awesome, and he has trample, and he can't be countered when he's played. That's amazing. So you play him, you get a bunch of enchantments on him, a bunch of card draw in here, and just swing big with one big old boy, and he can't die. Which is, he basically cannot die, and it's awesome. And there's other like options as well as creatures and stuff like that too, but like he hits like a truck. I'm trying to see if there's anything else from this one that's of note. Defense of the Heart, that's a good one. But yeah, it's the idea of Thronotron is the idea of Tron. It's not really Tron. Like, oh yeah, Voltron. Basically getting a bunch of things together to make one creature super big and just beat the living snot out of your opponents. That's the basic idea of Tron, or like Tron in Magic the Gathering, or Voltron. The idea of a deck. And then the one that I just finished, and I think I might trade out a card because there's something I want to add into it. It's called Red Hurdy Juice. So basically, the commander is Heartless Hitsugu, and it deals damage to each player. To each player? Oh shoot! I didn't even see that. It deals damage to each player equal to half of that player's life total, rounded down. But there are ways to literally double and triple that. So whatever damage that an opponent takes, they're straight up dead. So I have like, where's an enchantment? Um, Furnace of Wrath. Again, that's a doubler. So basically, if your opponents are dead, are pretty much dead, or at like 1 health at the most, or 1 or 2 health, um, and there's ways to make it get haste, so it can do it the second it comes out. Um, where's another one? Double or Fiery Emancipation, triple damage, so instant kill there. There's another one that also does instant kill, City on Fire, that I want to add on to here. I think there's another, like, there's a couple creatures and stuff like that that do double damage and stuff like that, which is incredibly funny. So like I have game plans in case something doesn't go, or if I have another one of these, I can still combo and keep going. But yeah, that's the main essence of some of the decks. I have, oh, and then my Merfolk deck, which is it's balanced. It's very balanced, I think. Can it be more meta? Yes, but it's blue and green, and it's good. It's good. But yeah, I think that's enough Magic. I think that is enough Magic, because I don't know. But yeah, I've been working on a couple of other ones. Like a zombie tribal is one I want to do. That I think I could honestly get done, but if only. If only. I should probably move that up there. But I have like ideas that I'm working on that are like in the process of being made, but they're not done yet. They are not done yet at all. But maybe someday. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. However, oh, I do need to update my God Tribal deck, because it fits into this boy, because I'm so glad that I got this working. My the academic box by GameGenic in collaboration with Tulare Community College. Like, I just love this box. It's so cool. It's so nice. I lost my extra card sleeves. I could not find where they were at all for the longest time. I forgot I left them in there with the deck because there's just so much space and so much room, and I don't want to cross my decks. I don't want to cross my deck. Deck. My deck. I don't want to mess that up. No, 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 no. So, anyways, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna take a drink. Oh, that was a good drink. So, I wonder if like the audio for that didn't even come up. So like, there's like 10 to 15 seconds of just silence. Oops. Well, I'm not editing that out because on the video, you see me doing things. I'm not gonna edit that out. Oops. Too bad. Uh, like I would anyways. Uh, I'm doing well. I honestly thought I was gonna have to go back into work after I upload this episode, because like I thought it was gonna be. So I got into work early just so I can get stuff done, but then we had to do a flip from one event into another event that starts that has like their tech check at 5 a.m. So yeah, the group, or the main big room that we need to get done was like over at like noon, and then we just started working on it. Um, I had to leave at like 6:30 to do a worship team band practice. I get back at like 9, sometime after 9, a little bit after 9, and I'm just like, I had to like move deck and had to do some stuff. I'm just like, I was sweating. I'm like, oh boy, but I got out just in time so I could come back and actually do the show, which I am happy about. I am very happy about. Uh, what else? I won't spoil what I wanted to do with the show tonight, but that's for next week. That's for next week. Although it won't be a true. It won't be true. It won't be a true thing that because I would have already had it. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. It won't be a true thing, but it'll be a thing next week. Uh, for those who know, you know. One thing that came up in one of the discords that I'm in, it's outsiders. It's outsiders. Um, with spoilers and talking about like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Uh, there's gotta be a point that when spoilers become I mean there's a certain point at which to like you can say, oh, it's been enough time. If you haven't seen it, whoops, too bad, whatever. We're just talking about it because like I could have easily said stuff about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse like a little bit ago, but I try to keep it as non spoiler as I could. Yeah. 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 It's clean. It's clean. It's clean. So we're good. But if like and I think with like social media stuff like that, especially for like even for movies, especially for movies, like you need to see it like the day of, like like Thursday or Friday or whatever the day that actually comes out, whatever. You gotta see it then. That is the day that you have to see it because if you don't, you're gonna see me like whether you like it or not, you're gonna see jokes and stuff about that less like after the weekend's over. I hate to say it, and it happens, and it sucks, and I don't want to. It's like you hate to see it, and you don't want it to happen, but you also a little bit kind of want to like talk about it because like you want that kind of press. You want people to be talking about your things and projects and stuff like that. You want to have a conversation, but at the same time, some of the stuff is just piracy and just spoiling it for people that really, 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 really want to watch a movie. Want to go in blind. For some people, that's good. Like it's good to do that. Like I'd rather not go into a movie, like say Avengers Endgame. I'd rather not go into that movie knowing certain characters die. I'd rather not know that. They're like Infinity War. That's been enough time. Fuck it. Like me and I know I've talked about this before about Infinity War. So me and my roommate were dressed as Star-Lord and Spider-Man, and when we got dusted, we looked at each other, we're like, we're dead. we literally sat next to each other. I think I went first. I'm like, ah, no, and then he's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And I looked, I'm like, oh no. That was funny. That was really I look back at that, it's just so funny. Um but yeah. But I feel like there's a point at which, you can talk about that sort of stuff. Or like in games. Like and it was about video games that like the conversation was really brought up about. Um in particular, hey, King is here. Hey, what? I hope y'all are doing. Hope you're doing good. That's one of the discords that I'm in. Hell yeah, brother. What a dude. What I tell ya. the king 24/7. The underscore king underscore 24 underscore 7. What a dude. What a dude. And I have, I don't know if he's done a stream a little bit, but he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Mm. But like there, like spoilers about games and stuff. Like there has to be a. I feel like there has to be a certain point because I think as people move along in a game, there's definitely got your speedrunners, your pro gamers that basically. I don't want to say it in this light, but in a way, have no life. Like they get the game done on day one, no matter what the whatever is. They have that game done. Um, I mean, I don't like that, but there's all, but like I get that, but there's also like but there's like the average people where the average people are at. I think for game like Tears of the Kingdom, it really has a lot of like, you could do this, you could do that, you could do whatever at any point in the game. Like you can go into the final boss like right from the get go. You'll probably get your ass kicked, but like, hey, you can do it. And I can't wait for the speedruns that actually do that. Because that'll be very cool to watch. Like very cool to watch. Um but like man, there's gotta be a certain point. Oh no, I forgot to turn off my sound alerts. Fuck! You reminded me. Don't use them, please. I need to turn off my sound alerts. I thought I had them off. No. No, 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 no. No, you're good. See, you're fine. I just need to go in to my settings, go into my channel points, and see that's the thing about like the prep for this show is like I forget to turn them off sometimes, or like I forget to turn them back on. I think it's mainly I forget to turn it back on. um, like some of these like I really don't want to have on. Uh, although some of them like I wouldn't mind. Like there's one that I have that he turned off called, or like Damn Daniel. Like that would be funny if someone pulled that on me. That'd be very funny. Like song requests. Like I'm not playing music on a pod. No, fuck. Like sorry, fuck you. I'm not doing that. Uh, there's no way I'm doing that. Like sorry. What can I do? No, you're good. No, King. I didn't. I forgot. I forgore. I literally forgore that I had it on. So like, no. Thank you for reminding me to turn it off. Oops. Uh, nah. It's been a long day. I, I think I only had like 10 minutes to prep the show, which in retrospect can be said to be a lot, but in another respect, it's not a lot of time. Like when I used to do like again, when I used to do the radio show, I did like the thing where like I repeat myself or whatever. When I used to do the radio show, like I got there at least an hour before just to make sure that everything was ready to go. I had time to get into a mental space to be ready, and especially to like write down all my playlists and stuff like that. Like I definitely for sure had times where I adjusted my playlist or stuff like that where oh I'm taking out this song or I'm moving this over here or oops I played the wrong one. I got to adjust it. But for the most part, it was fine. And like especially that like 30 minutes before, it was some time to cool off, listen to some music, some good, some bad, some annoying. Some came on every time. But, you know, it was just a good time to decompress, just get ready, mentally get into that space. But yeah, I for this episode I didn't really have a lot of time. I got home like I start the stream at 11:54. 5 minutes before I start the intro, like 5 minutes before I start the intro. 5 minutes is usually my time that I have, you know, on stream. It's like, oh, people get in here, you know. I post the link, here to go. And I think 5 minutes is a good like prep time, in my opinion, because like, hey, you're not starting for a little bit, like starting soon, but like 5 minutes I think is good in that range, because like, hey, you need time for people to get in and to be known. Uh, but yeah, and then the intro I do it right before, so it's not perfect at all. But when the intro goes off, I wanted to have it be midnight or like be 12 o'clock when I like start my stuff, because that makes the show authentic. It really does. Um, that is the reason why I do that, is so that way when I come on, it's legit. And that's why I only do it at midnight. Like, and hopefully I can get some more guests. And hey, King, if you wanna come on, shit, hell yeah, I'm all for it. Uh, obviously we'll set up a time and talk but off camera. But yeah, um, but yeah, I definitely have it set up to do it. Especially if like one person I have that. I have a duo cam. Thanks for that. Which honestly looks very cool. Um, and I think I need to adjust it so I can add other aspects into it, especially when I do like my regular bits, like showing, oh, I'm opening a pack, or I'm looking stuff up online, or this or that. Although I think in the browser I do have space for that. I do have space. Now that I think about it, let me look. I think I do. Yes, I mean I do, but it's not on this one. It's not on my screen. So I'll have to add that. It's not, and it's a quick thing because I have it on a different one. Yeah, I have it on a different full like web scrolling thing. So I don't know why it's not on there. Or it's probably in the pack opening, the actual on stream pack opening thing. But yeah, brain fart. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a quick drink because I need the energy. I honestly can't wait to get to bed. I am tired. I am tired. Like I could go longer. I can go like, if I had to go back into work and do another full day. Like, I mean, I'd only go in for a little bit to work just to make sure that stuff kicks off well. But like, I'd still would do another day. Another full day. It would suck. Like, I think I'm planning to hang out with my girlfriend. I'd rather not like. She basically has to babysit me if I had to do that. Like, make sure I don't fall asleep. Cause yeah, I kind of want to stay up. But also, I get very cranky. And I say I'm okay. I'm good. I'm okay a lot. And I think people know, like, I know I've pretty much said that on here on the show. Like, I'm doing good. Like, it's true, but I'm also telling myself that. In a way I'm not, but in a way I am. It's weird. Cause like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm like legit. I mean, I'll probably see. Well, I need to obviously after this, edit it, whatever, upload it. I'll probably fall asleep. at some point in there. But yeah, I am tired. I am tired. Also, like my mom is going to work at like 4. Ugh. But she works at a gas station now, so that's fun. That's fun. Oh. But it's been a fun day, honestly. Very weird, very weird, very hectic. Um, I think I've come up with like a term. It's when you're like in a panic and you're like trying to frantically get stuff done. Um, what's what did I think it was? It's like doom, like similar to like the idea of like when you're scrolling through your phone on like TikTok and stuff like that. It's called like doom scrolling. Um, I think it called it like doom work, doom duty, something like that. Doom duty. I think, or no, I think it's a doom job. I, that just doesn't sound. Hold on, that just doesn't sound right. Because that sounds like, sounds something dirty. But like when you're just like, oh shit, I need to get stuff done now, or else, oh. Um, I think doom work. Doom work. That's what it is. I mean, it's not dirty as like doom job or like doom duty. It rolls off the tongue, but like that also just doesn't work. I think doom job. No doom work. Yeah, doom job just sounds like mm, mm, mm. But no, I think it's doom work. Where it's like you're frantically getting stuff done in a very short period of time and you need to get it done or else uh but yeah, I was doing a lot of that today, or a couple instances of that where I just like I had to get stuff done really really quickly and it all came in at the exact same time. So I'm like, bro, I'm trying. Like one of the times I was literally on the can and I thought I was gonna shit my pants. Like I wasn't kidding. I thought like I was out working stuff and then I all of a sudden felt like a feeling in my gut. I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. And then it got stronger. I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom now. So I get to the bathroom and I get a call. It's like, oh, can you do this or that? And I'm like, I don't know about the other guys. And they probably were unaware because I had to basically just like go. And so I'm like, oh shit. So I tried letting it, squeezing one out. But then it was just like a big old, but it was just gas, thankfully. But then I was like, yeah, no, I can't trust a fart anymore. Cause like it felt like I was going to poop. Like, on God, no cap. I felt like I was going to crap my pants then and there. Like if I let one fly, there's gonna be brown in my butt. There's gonna be a good old stain there. Uh, and no matter what color of clothes you're wearing, unless if it's brown pants, yeah, that stuff is gonna show. That don't come off. Oh man. But thankfully that didn't happen. I think it is time to start wrapping it up. And so let's do it. So again, I'm gonna give some. I'll do the shoutouts with the with that again. So thank you for listening, watching, doing that fun stuff you do. Yeah, what you're if you know, you know. You know. Excuse me. You know. Thanks to the band Gradients for the use of their song "Used to It" off of the album The Call. Uh, I should probably get them on here. I should get at least some of them on here. Uh, whenever they can, or even a group one. That would be funny. That would be very funny. Uh, yeah. Also, saying check out. You can check out the music on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that stuff. Also, check out The Adventures of Good Robot on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It was made by my former boss slash supervisor, and it's a little. If you're into like, you know, it's like just a audio telling of his like cartoon idea that's like kind of in the same vein as Powerpuff Girls slash Dexter's Laboratories, like stuff in that, like that kind of vein. Where it's like goofy, but also like oddly serious, but also very goofy in that, just in that same vein, and like very tongue in cheek. Stuff like that. It's good. It's good. They do good work. And thanks to the big boys, we got the King, we got Outsider, we got. I thought I saw one earlier, but I forgot. My girlfriend. She's in here somewhere. I don't want to give her her name because but she's in here. Also another person that was in here that I remember calling out, Ollie Gamer Boy. He was in here. He probably still is in here. I don't know. I bet. But yeah. And again, thanks to you, which I kind of already addressed by calling out a bunch of people in the chat. Whoops. Oh yeah, I also saw one of my buddies that I graduated college with when I went back into work, because he's working for like an outside group that was like doing some stuff with one of the events that we're doing. I'm working that are happening in our building, which was kind of funny, which is kind of like interesting, because like I was like taping something down. This guy comes walking up. It's like, hey, I know you. I just look. I'm like, oh. Yeah, but it's always fun to run into people that like that, and good to see we both were in the same line and program. It's good to see people that that we got into the line of duty that we went to school for, because so some college degrees you don't really see that, but yeah. I also don't want to call it his full name because no offense to him, but I don't want to dox someone. Doxing is not good unless if they're fine with it, or like saying someone's name, unless if they're okay with it. Not fun. Always consent. And let's end the episode there. So yeah, again, thank you for listening, watching, and it's guys, it's not midnight here anymore, so but it's midnight somewhere. So until next time, I'll see you around. But until then, bye-bye.
Scared, but now I'm used to it.